Hey guys, short video on the Greenfire quest in the starter level 90 boosted gear, including a fast forward of the pre-quest up until last boss. First you gotta buy the sealed tomb of the Lost Legion, then you use it together with a health stone. Once that's done, you talk to your two pets, follow the quest to the quest trainer and pick up the tomb. Get yourself to Outlands and pick up 4 shots from different regions. I'll link a picture in the description. Get yourself back to Black Temple, and the first test is to get past the guards. Send in your pet and run through, follow up the quest until the maze area. Use your Eye of the Kill Rock. If you glyph it, you can put the teleport on the Eye of the Kill Rock's location and teleport through the maze. Once you get to the boss, all you need is to make sure you interrupt Hellfire and dodge the cast that puts a line of fire. Follow the rest of the quest line and you will end up at the last boss very fast. Alright, so we start off the fight by first putting a portal behind the pillar so we can line of sight. And then, once the boss is active, we nuke the shit out of him. Every DPS counts. And so you really need to burst him in the opener. Just do as much damage as you can. And wait for the pit lord to spawn. And eventually, when the pit lord spawns, you can just instant immortal coil it. Else it will stun you for 6 seconds. And you can either fear it or enslave it, and just keep nuking the boss at this moment. Remember to put curse up as well. And get ready for when the pit lord comes back to instantly enslave it before it reaches you. And then you can just make it attack the boss. And you can use the breath on the boss. The first thing you need to do is interrupt the Curse of the Doom. It's basically the enrage that it will cast on you, and if you interrupt it, it will delay it a bit. And as soon as you start getting the debuffs, the agony icon and the seed of corruption icon, just use your breath and let it hit you. And you can use your Fell Imp's command demon as well, that dispels yourself. And then when the imps spawn, just make sure that you Rain of Fire and Fire and Brimstone immolate, and get as many embers as you can while you try to nuke down the boss. Use every ember on Chaos Bolt. You don't have to clear the imps as fast as possible, just make sure that you maximize damage. And the first Chaos Bolt he casts, you just simply use your portal around the corner. We don't want to take damage from that. He keeps putting the debuffs up during the fight, you keep clearing them with both the breath from the pit lord and from your Fell Imp. Just keep yourself without any debuffs at any time. And keep nuking him. Then he will go into the middle and he will do Cataclysm. Cataclysm is the one where we use the charge icon on the pit lord, which interrupts. It charges and interrupts the boss. Then the next part is the hard part. This is where the Fell Hunters come. Those can break your enslave, so I like to put the pit lord away and then just nuke the shit out of them. Like save your Dark Soul, save your cooldowns, save your Havoc, and just nuke them as fast as possible. Every time. And as soon as you kill them, just put the pit lord back on the boss. And keep teleporting when you cast Chaos Bolt, keep using breath when you get debuffs. And make sure you use the health tunnel icon on the pit lord. It basically heals you for a shit ton. During the fight you can right click and dismiss your pit lord, so it breaks the enslave and re-enslave him, because the enslave lasts for 6 minutes. Just as a safety, so it doesn't break suddenly. Because the next one is the Doom Guard, which is the easy part about the fight. The Doom Guard, basically you can either banish it, you can fear it, and you can also just put your pit lord on it. Like make the pit lord attack it a bit, use the breath on it, and then just put the pit lord back on the boss, and the Doom Guard will hit the pit lord instead of you. And every time Chaos Ball comes, just teleport around. Keep clearing debuffs with your Fell Imp's command demon. Keep clearing it with the breath. Keep using your health funnel ability. And keep interrupting when Cataclysm comes. It's also important that you don't use embers too much on ember tap, because the damage in this gear is really tight. Unless you use purification potion, you need to use every ember in DPS pretty much. You can see the Doom Guard is just attacking the boss. A new round of Fell Imps, which is really good for the damage. We just use them with Rain of Fire and then just cast bolt the boss as much as you can. They do hit quite hard when they hit you, so just use the health funnel to heal you up and use a Rain of Fire Immolate to get a bit of damage and some embers, and just try to cast bolt as much as you can every time. And every time cast bolt comes, just make sure you teleport in time. I like to renew the teleport and use my Fell Imp command demon every time I teleport, just so I don't forget. I also waited to the last second to interrupt Cataclysm. There's no specific reason, it's more just about having more time nuking the boss when nothing is happening. You can also take Unbound Will if you want to clear your debuffs as an extra safety. Then this is the second hard part, when the new Fell Hunters come. Send away your Pit Lord and just use anything you have, a potion, anything, just make sure you nuke them and tag them as soon as they come out. Like put a Rain of Fire or something like that. You can even see it breaks here, the Enslave. Just run a bit away, Death called it, fear the Pit Lord while you kill the last Fell Hunter. And make sure you nuke it, it takes forever with no gear. Use your Sacrificial Pact, use your Ember Taps if needed, or your Health Stone. Just use anything to keep yourself alive at this point. You can see the Doom Guard even switched now to me. And just make sure you enslave again and interrupt the Cataclysm and just keep going. Use the Pet's Health Funnel, use your Ember Tabs if needed. You will have some debuffs at this point because you didn't clear them steadily, so just make sure you try to get a breath on yourself and make sure you try to clear with your command demon again. I banished the Doom Guard because it started hitting me instead, and now we're gonna get one more, so I'm just gonna send the Pit Lord on this one instead and keep the other one banished for the last percentage. And now it's just about keep going, keep nuking, avoiding the same things again and again, avoiding the Chaos Bolts, use the Breath on cooldown, use the Health Funnel on cooldown if needed, and that's pretty much it. I mean, in case you won't make the Enrage, you can always use the Purification Potion. You're gonna probably have one more time of Imps, which is really good because we can just keep Rain of Fire and Shadow Burning doing it. You can see here, keep clearing my debuffs, and then the last summon is Imps, and you just put up Rain of Fire and spam Shadow Burn for the rest of the fight. And you can burn down the boss really fast. Just make sure you don't lose control of the fight. Fear the Doom Guard if needed, banish the Doom Guard if needed. Make sure your Enslave is still enough so it doesn't suddenly break. And as you can see, we're making it within the timer with the boosted character gear. The only hard part is really the Fell Hunters. They can mess up sometimes. Rest of the fight is straightforward, there's not much difference. Just make sure you keep clearing your debuff so it doesn't get out of control at any point. And then you will have your green fire. Thanks for watching again. Feel free to visit my website for more info, content, and stay tuned soon for World of Draenor beta and exciting things to come. You can follow me on Twitter and Facebook to stay in touch with what I'm up to.